Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Benjamin Percy's X-Force issues 30 and 31, where the main premise of the story, I think it's really fantastic. It revolves around Kraven, who actually has put his sights on Krakoa. He wants to hunt down Beast. And that setup, at least for me, is super cool. But the thing is that there's so many details in this story that really don't work for me. So without further ado, let's get into this. So at this moment on the team, we have two new members. We have Omega Red and Deadpool. Now, I really love the addition of Omega Red. He's a very interesting character, and he's very conflicted over being on X-Force, actually even being on Krakoa itself, even dueling with his own nature, because Omega Red really wants to kill people. That's his drive, that's his need. He really can't control it, but he's different in many ways compared to another character like that, Sabretooth. And then we have Deadpool, another character that I normally really like, but he's so written. And then we have Deadpool, another character that I really like, but here he's written so poorly. He's way too over the top all the time, to the point that it sort of takes you out of the story. Also, Wolverine's off the team because he really does not want to work with Omega Red. So Omega Red and Deadpool are sent on this mission to stop the ship that is navigating through the Arctic Ocean that is trafficking mutants. And the thing is that Deadpool just drives Omega Red crazy. And what happens is Omega Red incapacitates Deadpool, and he goes solo on this mission, while Deadpool gets eaten by a polar bear. That part of the story is sort of funny. So we have Omega Red really letting loose, and he sort of enjoys everything that he does on this mission. He takes this boat back to Krakoa. Beast gets really pissed off with Omega Red because he had called on all the media and they were waiting for the ship. I'm not sure if it was in Norway or in Sweden. The thing is, McCoy had this whole PR angle over the fact that they had rescued all these mutants. And Omega Red really doesn't care, and he gets off the ship and he takes one of the traffickers with him as a souvenir. And the rest of X-Force do not get in his way. He's like, yeah, take him, do whatever you want. Those pesky mutant laws do not apply to you. And so Omega Red's happy, he just goes away. Then after this, we actually get a really good scene between Omega Red and Sage, which I really like their friendship, or sort of friendship, where Sage actually creates this danger room for Omega Red where he can put in all the simulations that he wants of killing people, so he just can get off with that. And Omega Red really does not understand why Sage is being nice to him, but again, the dynamic between both of these characters is really interesting. Because Omega Red at the same time realizes that Sage is dealing with some serious demons and she's a raging alcoholic, and she can't control that. So that's another fascinating aspect that I would love to see where Percy takes that. Now, back with Deadpool. He was eaten by a polar bear. And the thing is that polar bear, later on in the story, gets hunted down and killed by Kraven. So what happens is Kraven, when he's cleaning out this bear, he finds Deadpool in its interior. He takes Wade as a trophy. Wade in the story is able to reassemble himself, but he gets wrecked again by Kraven, like he's like the superior fighter, even though this happens off panel. The thing is that Kraven discovers the existence of Krakoa, and he thinks to himself, wow, it would be great to hunt down and have Beast as a trophy. And what happens is Kraven is able to use Deadpool's body as a way to sidestep the security measures of the Krakoan portals. So he's on his way to Krakoa, obviously. And before I end this video, there's another thing that I really didn't like about this story. There's a moment where Angel gets captured by a bunch of hillbillies and they cut off one of his wings, and X-Force is sent in to rescue him. And I thought to myself, really, Angel? He can turn himself into Archangel at any moment. He has those metal wings. There's no way these guys could have captured him in the first place. Even captured and tied up, he can morph into Archangel and just cut his way out. I thought it was a really stupid subplot.